And we are live. Let me make sure we're set. Make sure we're ready to go. Going on mute. That would help on this other one. All right. Nothing yet.
Yep. Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. All right. And we are good. Now I can see. Okay. Let's see who's coming in to the chat. Anthony, what's up? Joe Mama. He says, can't wait. Chris. So people come into the chat. All right, we'll let that go. We're going to talk about February 2018, some of the trends, what's been going on, some of these stores, some of the things we've been seeing. Ross, Burlington, Marshalls, and Nike factory store. Angel, what's up? Bob, struggling. Anthony says struggling with that Ross Marshalls game. Elliot, what's up? More and more people coming in. And man, a lot. Well, Nike, we're going to talk about Nike first. And we know we just had friends and family, so we'll talk about that thing and see how it went, at least for you and for me. I'm waiting for everybody to come in. Jay, let's see, Customs by Mo, Elite, Adriana, Daniel, Rafa Gunner. So more people coming in. The B, how are sales?
On fire, baby. You know, I mean, I think we can talk about it more later, but February was definitely something I didn't expect as far as sales would concern, and I was bracing for it to be just a little under January, and it blew January out of the water. So we can talk about those numbers later, but yeah, so that's something good going on, definitely. I mean, my wife even told me, it's like, so we were thinking about taking a vacation February next year or doing like a long trip, and she's like, we're not leaving February. It's just too on fire.
Look at this guy taking vacations. Who do you think you are, Los?
I know, right? Wait, no, relentless resell.
Shiro Sparkles, good to see you. Lucy Elliott says low key feels like Q4 right now.
I feel like it too. I mean, just nonstop shipping.
Justin, Walking Faith Flips, what's up?
What's up, Zach? Can't wait to see you in Kansas City next week.
Yep, that's coming up quick. We're going to talk about that. Flava Tees, what's up? San Diego in the house. Soulfed, Mr. Abs, Christine, Gijasso, listening while watching. Daniel. All right, let me see. Okay, Green Granny Resale. Hi, guys. And Joe Mama, what's up? So let's start off with, we want to talk a little bit about sales before we get into Nike, or just start into the stores?
We can go ahead and talk about sales. So I'm just pulling up my numbers. As of the moment, I am at 26,698 for February. It's only 28 days in this month, so definitely it felt like, if you average it out, almost $1,000 a day, which is kind of like where my goal is at, really, to maintain and to slowly, grow from there. So it's just been amazing as far as the sales would concern. My level of inventory, it's still the same. I have around 145,000 in inventory right now. So even though sales were flying off the shelf, I was still able to source and replenish the stuff that sold. So that's something good. Given the fact that we really didn't buy a bunch in Portland. So
yeah, that's true too. What were some of the I know you did have some big time sales in there as far as like some high end stuff that I think sold well for you too, so that helped on some of the numbers.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, Lizzie from El Paso also, which is pretty cool.
Nice. So yeah, I mean, I sold a few Yeezys, which is Yeezys that I bought in back in December, and I sold a lot of retros, some retro 13s, some retro 5s, and
Kaden is asking about your BC3s.
The BC3. Did I eat my BC3s? I mean, they're right here. It'll go on ice for a couple years for sure. I think I have 7 pairs total. I'm gonna be icing it for sure. It's just that's just the sneakerhead side of it. I got 3 pairs of gold toes. I got about 8 pairs of bread toes.
8 pairs.
So it's just hoarding right now. So basically, what I'm doing with all those profits, I'm just investing it for inventory that I know that will go up in value.
Yeah.
So that's been my game plan. So I mean, hopefully it's gonna pay off. Like what I did with Yeezy. So
It's
yeah,
funny because Caden says, I meant get. He didn't mean eat. But we'll take it as eat anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Look at that, so fed. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get those undefeated Kobe's camos. Still salty about that. Maybe someday I'll be able to trade my bread toast for those. But yeah, yeah, I would definitely eat those BC3s too. I mean, they look pretty good.
Let me go back. Panda Rose, good to see you. Also here, Zombies. So yeah, some pretty good. R. Cooper, Anthony, Mark, Jim Strickland, Josh. All right, good people coming in. Willie asks, I'm from a smaller city. One Ross, one Burlington, no good deals. If and when, if any, should I expect any deals? Well, we talked about this also with someone that we had talked about having just like a couple of stores. The best part about having fewer stores is to go as many times as possible because one, you're going to see the same items over and over again. So now you can really source quicker. So when something new hits your store, you're like, hey, I haven't seen this before. I can look it up. I can research, keep going, because you only have a couple of stores. Now you're not really going all over the place. Focus on what you have and really try to go as many times as possible. Maybe in the mornings, maybe midday after lunch, they might be restocking during that time. At night, I don't know. Sometimes things are all over the place. Maybe you're skipped over something because things are all over the floor, or they're in like the restock stuff in the carts. They have to put it back. So I would just kind of focus on what you have and try to go as many times as possible, morning or maybe midday, if possible, to the two or three stores that you do have. Don Hustle eBay teases the hell out of me. I have a dry spell for a few days, then kill it. So yeah, I mean, just like regular business. I mean, off and on, up and down. Stay consistent with it. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days, but putting yourself in the right position to keep sourcing, keep replenishing, keep making the sales, it's gonna get better. All right, let's go. All right, let's start off with Nike. So we're going through the month as a review, some of the highlights, and then we'll go into maybe some of the things we can expect for March. Nike, friends and family. And when I got there, you guys might have saw the video. I also put it for No Edit Thursday. They told everybody limiting 10 pairs per card. And of course, you're limited to 10 per style if you normally would go. But now 10 total per card was what they decided to do, this friends and family. I don't remember if they did that last friends and family, did they?
It was written in the back of the card, but they were very loose on enforcing it. I was able to get away with buying as long as it was under $750. But this time they were actually instructed, like every cash register knew that was the rule this time. So back in the last friends and family, not everybody knew about that rule. So it's just been a fairly new rule that they've implemented, and definitely this friends and family, they were very on top of it for sure.
Yeah. Cody asked, are the times of the start of live videos going to keep changing? It's been at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the last like month and a half. I'll let you guys know if it does change, but for the most part, it's been at this time. Don Hustle's soccer cleats were hot during friends and family. There we go. Elliot, must be for certain areas. I purchased more than 10, but couldn't get more than 10 per style.
Yeah, I think so. Probably. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just under store's discretion. But I went to 3 states on my friends and family, and it was no, actually. I mean, my state was the 4th. So total of 4, all of them were pretty uniform in their rules. So Maybe it's just at the end of the day, it's just the cash register. If the cash registers allow you to purchase more than 10, then you were able to slide through.
What? How many cards did you and your wife have?
We had total of 12. I mean, it was 14. I gave you two, and then yeah, we had 12 total.
And did you use all 12?
No, we probably
Okay.
only used like 7. Because we still had the emails too.
Oh,
So
that's right.
yeah, so plus the 2 emails, so we were able to use it. It wasn't really we. The crazy part about this is so we went to like we shop maybe like so we went to 4 states. So right about 10 outlet Nike factory store, we were only able to shop at 3,
Mm,
and really took advantage of that.
yeah.
I guess it's everybody. I think the majority of people watching is uh it hasn't been really good. This French family hasn't been really that great, but at the end of the day, I guess if it's not good if we base it off the previous sales or the previous friends and family. But if you look at it, 30% off is still 30% off. It's better than just having the back wall. This time you can get 30% on everything.
I think like we talked about for Out Hustled, like for me, getting a deal at my one Nike factory store, hashtag blessed, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then for you, you're just like 30% off? Like,
Like,
I'm gonna be picking these bad
thanks,
boys up
Lord.
for $40 plus 30% off.
I mean, even at the Nike employee store.
Yeah. Oh man. How long was your drive going to these outlets?
So I went straight 7 hours, 7 hours going straight, and we stayed 2 nights. So we kind of like cut it off, like drive 3 hours, and source around the area, stay the night, then drive another 4 hours, stay the night, source, and then did the same. When the going back is we didn't stay overnight. We just like bunny hop on stores along the highways.
Okay. So I guess prediction for March. I don't know when their next friends and family will be. I think it's gonna be definitely a good while, right?
Yeah, they usually do it one every quarter. So we probably won't be having until May
Okay.
or yeah.
All right. Good to keep that in mind. Let's go to the chat. Let me know, Nike friends and family. Was it good for you? Was it not good for you? Let me know in the chat. Let me see. Willie says, "What is friends and family? I'm a first year college student here. Just subscribed. Sorry for my ignorance." He says, "Subscribe to you and Honeybee."
Honeybee.
Honeybee, and also
Wait,
I've
do
also
you have
heard
the friends and
Humblebee.
family card? I think she still have some, so maybe we can show the people.
Okay.
Show them some friends and family card that we have laying around here. But yeah, friends and family is extra 30% on all of your purchase up to $750 at the Nike factory store. So this is a card that they
All the leftovers.
all the leftovers. So this is how it looked like. It looks like.
There we go. Yeah.
So it's 30% off on Nike, Converse, and Hurley, since they Converse and Hurley is owned by Nike now. So you can use this 30% off your entire purchase.
There we go. And I think, let's see, one to someone else. Chris, friends and family was garbage in Maryland. Even went scoped the day before, nothing worth getting. Went back later in the weekend, it was worse. Don Hustle, if you know associates at work at Nike Factory, able to get you 30% off cards. Better than waiting for the email. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Terrence? Terrence Thomas here, drummer. I'm seeing who else that I kind of skipped over. Aaron, Dallas is in the house. How did you acquire your friends and family cards? Bought them off eBay seller?
This one we didn't buy because I mean, like he said, the longer you do it, the more the more they know you. So we have one manager that knows us. She gave us probably like around 4. And then this guy, my boy King Larone, he gave us 8 cards. And
Oh man,
some just random people giving us one at a time or something like that. Yeah.
there we go. $1.99 super chat from my boy Chief Stacks, who I haven't seen him in a good while, but we're gonna see what's up. CJ, well, we gotta meet up soon. It's been a while. Ryan, when you realize the price on display is not what you pay. So Nike friends and family, and that's pretty much what the main highlight was this month. And like you said, it was only good for certain areas, and you drove around, you went to different states. So yeah, it pays to know people, Don Hustle says. Let's go to Burlington now. Have you done some Burlington sourcing or no?
I mean, I've sourced a few, but man, dry season. I mean, we were in your city, my city. I hit up a few Burlingtons in Atlanta, in Georgia, in Kentucky. It was just dry season. Yeah, I think the only Burlington find was those women's volleyball.
Yeah, yes, I have that on my list. Women's volleyball, which came back, which we saw them. If you guys remember, out hustled Chicago.
They actually didn't come back. They're just starting to show up because remember we found them in Ross.
Yeah, that was the Chicago one, right?
Yeah, I know, but this time they're popping out in Burlington.
Burlington, yeah.
Yeah.
So Burlington, and the same price.
Same, yeah. It's crazy. They never have the same price. $36.99.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
the same thing. And I think, yeah, what I also wanted to bring up, I have my little list here. Burlington, which people have been telling me, the B for Burlington also stands for B grade. Apparently, B grade nonstop the last month or last maybe 2 weeks or so. A lot of B grades. I know Walking Faith Flips said a lot of B grades. I know Jeff has also seen a lot of B grades.
Yep.
If you've seen B grades, let me know in the chat. Today I went to Burlington. Not only did I not see B grades, I didn't see anything. It was dry. I would have been crawling, dying for B grades. Nothing. Let me know in the chat. Let me see. Drummer asks, are you noticing a big change at the outlets to Hustle B?
Not really. I mean, as far as maybe it's just the type of inventory they have is not that great now because it's been picked through Christmas. First 3 weeks of January was one of my best sourcing times. So it seems like they're just kind of like just clearing off for the new inventory. Person I know in the outlets, they said they have a lot of inventory in the back room that they haven't even processed yet. So that's why they're trying to clear out. So that's why they do friends and family, just to clear out the old inventory because they want to move it. And there's just, I think there's just like a season that there's just a bunch of Air Force, right? A bunch of Air Force, a bunch of Kyries, a bunch of like Hyperdunk that are just not really that hot. And, a few Jordans that are good here and there. So I think it's just the mixture of the batch that they got this time because it was kind of like uniform to where we went. Portland, all the surrounding states in Ohio. So you know how they're just facing out the old season, right? The Hyperdunk 2017, trying to kind of like move that. But I feel like it's just the cycle of Nike. It's just the cycle of Nike. So I just look for what they will have next.
What I think we noticed a lot was some of the older, what's that like not popular Vapor Max?
Oh yeah, like I forgot.
We've seen that one. I've seen that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one has been pretty consistent at like every outlet. That not only that we've been to, but even the ones that
even in a Nike store.
Yeah, that's true. Even those were on sale for a good while. So I wouldn't be surprised those eventually hit Ross down the road because those are just not selling.
Yeah, that design was just, I don't know what they did. I mean, I don't even think they did enough marketing to sell those. All of a sudden you just see them. Like they were like heavily invested to the Flyknit Vapor Max, right? And then all of a sudden they just kind of like it looked like an Air Max upper, and then just like an Air Max 90 upper, and then just whack. It was just whack. And then like they're asking like what 179 for it.
Oh yeah, that's the thing too. Is like they have a lot of high end stuff that they can't move, and they just sit there for a while. Now when Ross gets those, because they're a higher end shoe, they're probably going to be like $69.99.
Yeah, just like the 2016 Air Maxes, right? The Flyknit.
Yeah. So when they do get it, but that's the thing though, is like Nike also they pump out so many different, models and colorways that some stuff just doesn't do well, that it's just like a complete flop. I just wonder like how many of these did they make they can't sell and get rid of. Christina Burlington always looks like it got robbed. It's always empty.
I think that's most of Burlington's up until this day.
Chris, a lot of B grades at Ross too. A lot of B grades out here in San Diego. Burlington Dry. Let's see. Hyperdunks for days. My Burlington has just been, man, like I just haven't seen them really put out some new stuff in a while. And the weird thing is the kids section at my Burlington packed. Like maybe just no one's buying it. I don't know what's going on, but it's just like they haven't really. Oh man, it's just been a lot of the same stuff and nothing really new being added. And maybe I need to go to the other side, my west side of town, because I haven't really been to that one. What do you think about Vapor Max at Ross? The only Vapor Max that I've known that someone has found were the rainbow bottom ones, right?
Be true.
Yeah, there we go. Be true. That one is the only one that I've known that people have found, and I think they were bigger sizes.
Yep.
And there wasn't a lot of them out there. I never found it, but I think maybe a couple of people did. I wasn't a lot of people, at least that posted it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Back to Burlington. Earlier in the month, I think we also found a decent amount of shocks here and there.
Yeah, shock.
Yeah, that sold pretty good, I guess. Anything else?
I think that was still January, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we found them in California.
You haven't seen anything else since then, though? No other shocks.
No other shocks.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah, I've seen one that's like very dirty. So I mean, I've left it there since December.
That's pretty funny. Prestos. I think people have been finding Prestos lately at Burlington. I think I saw someone find like a red and black one. The all black. I think they were $49.99. Let me know in the chat. I think they were $49. I haven't seen any of them in my area. Prestos, I think, are like one of the, I think, just comfortable shoes out there that I could wear anytime. So
thinking about like how we found some Prestos, I'm thinking about rocking those but I'm like, man, all it takes is just a ketchup, just dropping, or some wings. You know how we eat. Just some
chicken wings. There we go. Spilling all over your all white Prestos. They're done.
Game over. All right, we'll dye it black.
Yeah, that's a tough one with those Prestos. That one is also a Portland find, so you guys will see that soon. So here's the thing for Out Hustled. Out Hustled just finished. We went through all the episodes for LA, San Jose, California in general. I'm getting all my edits done. If we play our cards right, Portland episode 1 will be on Tuesday, so we can just keep on going. Like that's what we like about Out Hustled every single month. It just keeps going. So one ends, start another Out Hustled, and we just keep going out from there. Because last year it was like we didn't plan every month.
Right.
So that was also kind of tough. So after they ended, it was kind of like, okay, what's going on here? Out Hustled.
Left everybody hanging. But I'm supposed to be getting my GoPro either tomorrow or so I could send those footage to you because I almost lost it and they found it and then they're shipping it back to me.
And Christina's asking when's Hustler Snacks?
Definitely next week. We will be doing Hustler Snacks live in Kansas City for sure.
Okay, well we'll get back into that.
Yeah.
That's okay. So Burlington, we're done. Let's go to Marshalls. Uh, not a lot to get to on Marshalls, at least what I can think of. So when we went to Portland, I can I can guarantee you this. Marshalls really they play heavily on your location and
Yeah,
your
true,
the
true, true.
season and your weather and where you're at. And Marshalls Portland was more of like boots and
Rain
fishing
boots,
rain boots, fishing boots.
Timberlands, RBX boots.
Yeah, it was nothing that you normally would see here where it's mostly hot and then you get to see more of like the athletic
Yeah.
shoes and
So yeah, so Glenn definitely got to experience what my Marshalls looked like. It was like you won't see colors. It was just like black and brown all the way through, and then like small ash section for your
boots.
athletics.
Yeah, small athletic shoes is only like one small little section, which so that Marshalls, let me know in the chat how's your Marshalls been treating you. I've been noticing some Adidas, those EQT supports. I've been seeing a lot of them,
Yeah,
like pink,
just
black,
black.
gray. Yeah, they were $39.99. So definitely cheap. Not a lot of completed listings if you did want to pick them up. You're gonna be ashamed, but I actually tried a pair on because they were size 11,
Oh
and
no!
I
What
tried
are
a pair.
those? You're lucky I wasn't there. I would have roasted you.
I tried a pair on, and they felt like I wasn't wearing any shoes.
And did your toes stick out?
Oh no, not with these. These just felt like it was pretty bad. I was like, why did I even try these on? I even like I kissed my Prestos right after. I'm like, I'm sorry, Prestos. I would never do something like this. Why? What am I doing here? They felt pretty bad. They were pretty uncomfortable. And so I put those back. Um Kobe AD or Kobe 11s, have you seen anything? I think earlier in the month I did post like the Tinker Kobe 11s for kids.
Yes, I found those too, and I found some Oreo Kobe grade school. I found
The fake
those.
fly knit.
Yeah, yeah, which sucks. Um, and I found some men's Kobe's. Oh, not really. It was just lately. So it was. Oh yeah, February. We're still in February. So yeah, I found some men's Kobe's, the all black um men's Kobe's with boxes in Marshalls. And what is the yellow and gray? Oh yeah, the Master of Innovation.
Mhm.
I found two of those. So definitely been seeing a lot more of basketball shoes lately in Marshalls though.
Kaden says that they have one of the what does it say, like the bigger Marshalls in Houston. I think there was a couple of good ones in Houston and Marshalls when we went. Also a good Marshalls was, which one was that one? The was it the San Jose one? Remember right after we were hanging,
Oh
right
yeah.
after we were with Chris, we went to one that was like, kind of like where an outlet mall was, and that Marshalls was like that section was out of control for
Oh
men's,
yeah, I
women's, kids.
remember. Oh, we got. I mean, that was our biggest haul. Remember?
Yeah.
That's when you made me walk so far,
And we had
right?
to go get a cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a really good. I don't think I've ever seen another Marshalls that was like
Yeah.
that big when
It
as
had.
far as athletic wear
Yeah. It
goes.
was like it looked like a Burlington section for shoes. I mean, it was just like rows after rows, like Kyrie, KDs. We bought some shocks from there too, the grade school shocks and everything.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
that one was really good. I think some of the other Marshalls, up tempos, yeah, a lot of people up tempos for some reason they haven't gone away for kids. People have still been picking them up in
We
just
found some.
various colors.
Remember? Oh, that was still back in January. We found
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, that was back in January, but even now in February, the up tempos still coming up and they're still selling. So let me see. White up tempos showing up at Ross again. Picked up two pair yesterday. So that was at Ross. Wasn't even,
Oh wow.
yeah. Let me see. LeBron. That's also talking about Ross. So yeah. All right. So I think Oh,
You just
Marshalls.
lost. You might have lost a few subscribers because of your EQT story.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, we're not talking about EQTs anymore. Those are just forget that I even mentioned the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Island Green Up Tempos GS for 30. So $29.99, $39.99 for the most part for the kids. Marshalls, I think that's pretty much anything that we've seen. Marshalls has been just as dry as Burlington. I think so far only highlight has been Nike and now Ross. So let's get into the Ross finds. Ross has still been pretty consistent. I think we've seen some things coming out more and more. I'm actually going to show you guys and do some screen sharing because I mean I get these DMs and emails all the time. And it's not just like once in a while. It's pretty consistent and they're always the same DMs or the same emails. It's always three things. Number one, send nudes, which I'm definitely not doing. Just kidding. You're like, what? Number two, it's Glenn, how much does this sell for? Which you get those all the time. Number three, it's does Ross know what you're doing? Are they on to us? Conspiracy theories. Alex Jones, what's going on? Do they know about the selling and everything on eBay? And Ross knows that's why the prices are out of control. So I get these same emails and DMs. Number two, let's go back. Glenn, does this sell? Glenn, should I pick this up? Glenn, I'm at the store right now. Should I get this? And the response, if I do respond, the response is, of course, you have to do the research. Remember, the only way you're going to learn from mistakes and growing your business and selling on eBay is if you do the research, you do it yourself, and you find out, if this is a good product or not. We still make mistakes now.
Right.
So you're not going to go into any business not making any mistakes, period. But at least if you're learning from it, you're making better decisions, you're getting some sales going, then definitely that's going to help you and you're going to have more knowledge in it and you're going to do better on your own. And you're not necessarily depending on Hustlebee to answer your DM. He might be at the movies. He might be with his wife. He might be on the can. Maybe he's answering other DMs. Maybe he's not getting to your DMs yet.
Eating,
Maybe he's eating. He's eating on the can.
Yeah.
You never know. So if that's
while driving, eating while shopping. That's why you never see me with no edit Thursdays, because man, you'll be seeing like ketchup drops, wings falling, celery ranch, and everything.
Wings all over his face, sauce. So if that's the case, you're gonna have to do your own research, build it up, and that's how you learn. That's how you grow. Now let's get into the other DM though, which as far as like, Ross pricing. Do they know what's going on? And here's the thing. We've seen pricing random for many, many years. I've seen it low. I've seen it higher at 69, 89. One point where it's just like out of control. I've seen them down to 39 for men's. Lately, I've seen like Nike SBs, Air Force One lows. They've been $33.99, $39.99. I just posted, which I'm going to screen share this, some of the Hirachis that were $39.99. So let me get into this real quick and show you guys some of the older pricing. And we can, let me see. Let me just screen share real quick. You guys have to also let me know if you guys can see it and what's going on. All right.
Yep.
Are we good?
Yep. Good to go.
Okay. So this is back in 2011. This is one of the first guys that I remember watching back in the day. Ross finds, Ross videos. I think this guy was in Hawaii area. Now, he doesn't have any videos lately. He hasn't made videos in a long time. My collection 7,000 published July 29th, 2011. So this guy found some 13s. Let me also go to the next one. So this one is actually men's irregular. This is how long they've also had B grades. In case you were wondering, like, are B grades new? what's going on with B grades. Irregular, $39.99. Compare it $90. So now we're going back in the day. Let me whoa, here's him when he found some twos. And you can see some other stuff also in his cart. So if you want to go back and really like look at his channel, you can. He has a lot of these older videos on here. And yes, that's what Fashion Outlook says. I remember him used to do thrift store finds. He did. This guy collected obviously his name, My Collection 7000. This guy collected so much stuff. Like it was out of control. It was like shoes, toys, figures, comic books, magazines, like, and his background was just filled with like nonstop stuff. It was out of control. But anyway, he found a lot of shoes for himself and for his kids. And I remember these are just long videos. So December 9th, 2011. Let me see. Here he found some 12s. I think this one was actually for kids. This is another video too.
This is old. I wasn't even born yet. Yeah.
Oh man, this is old school. And I don't think I started making videos until a couple years after this. I think I have some older stuff in here, maybe. But yeah, 2011. This is like sourcing out of the womb.
This was before the internet age, right?
Before the internet age. Okay, so fast forward now.
What the crap?
You're like, what the hell? Okay.
Yeah, from 13s to some Dookie.
So Kobe AD Oregon, which
size 21.
No, this is actually a size 13. This is actually human size. $39.99, not irregular. But I sold a pair recently for $100. I have another pair up, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna get more and more of them randomly here and there. But $39.99. I mean, some things have changed, yes, something has not, but there's a price, $39.99. Let me go to the next one. So here's the Huaraches I was talking about, $39, also for men's.
What size?
I think this one was a 13 as well. They did also have a 12 and another one, but I wear an 11, so I was almost there. I could pick up something, but wasn't the case. So $39.99 for that one. Let me what else I have in here. So this is an old picture of mine from April 20th.
Air Bacon?
Yeah, April 20th. Oh no, Bacon's a different one.
Oh,
a different model. But this is 2012. We're looking at about you're shaking your head like 6 years ago. So $59.99. They have a comparable value to $170. Now Ross had shoes being $59.99. Yes, 6 years ago. So it's not like 59 is new to their pricing. I think I have another one in here. Look, I don't even know what shoe this is. Look, $44.99. And this was April 20th, 2012. So more than 39, 49, 59, 69. These prices have always been there. Is that it? Oh, here's another one. This is a men's Huarache. I don't know why this is so blurry, but $44.99.
Freeze, right?
What's up?
The bottoms are free. Huarache free.
Yeah, the free bottoms. $44.99. This is a size 12. This was September 14th, 2012. And so $5 more than the other Huaraches that we just saw. But also there's a different bottom, like you said. So you're like, what's the point of this whole thing? Hold on, let me go back.
Well, Glenn's just like revealing his age, guys.
That too, yes. Like I said, sourcing Ross out of the womb. What's the point of this whole story? Is that the prices haven't really changed much, but they also have been all over the place. I did find a I think it was like penny 4s today, and the price was like $64.61 or something. Like a random number.
Made it up.
Yeah. And I don't know what the deal is. Chris says people still sleeping on Gabe's where I'm at. I'll take it. I don't have that store. Have you heard about that store?
Yeah, we have them here.
Oh, you have them there?
Yeah, I've been to, but just whack. Just certain cities have good games, but mine's just like all leather shoes. I mean, I guess it's the weather too. All leather, all boots, like Skechers, Timberlands, RBX. So nothing special.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have to go and check though.
Yeah,
If we
we'll
go to
find.
other cities, we're gonna have to check
Yeah,
because I've
we'll have.
never been to this store. We don't have one. Okay, let me see. Burlington just got a bunch of B grade KDs for 40. I wouldn't do it. Really, let's see. Let me go back on here. Where are we from? I think Don Hustled answered that one. I have a question about one of my listings being taken down by eBay. Let me know on that. Probably, maybe we used extra keywords or something on there. So yeah, we took a little time travel and looked at some of the older finds. Some of the other stuff for Ross though recently, the Superflies, $19.99. So we're talking about a whole price difference of cleats, $19.99 still.
Flat rate.
Yeah, I mean that's really good. The Kobe ED we mentioned for 39. The LeBron 13 low, I think. 13 low, 14 low. I don't know. $39.99 for those two.
Yeah.
People have been finding those. They've been selling those. Also, haven't been too bad. We like the $39.99 price. No complaints there. I've been seeing more Kyries come up for 49, depending on the colorway and the model. Same thing with the Paul George. Those have still been selling too. Have you been seeing those? Also, there's a special toy out there that I've been looking for since November and have not found it, and it does sell for big money. If you're wondering what this toy is, I'm pretty sure you've seen it splattered all over Instagram, and if that's the case, then you know what it is already, and you probably have already found it. If not, then you're like me and still on the search, and maybe it'll come through. Maybe.
Yep.
Got a ton of Nike Mercurial Superflies, about 35 a piece with a discount. Let me see. Kaden didn't say it. Yeah, I didn't say it. I didn't say what it was, but if they wanted to see it, they know where to find it.
Yeah.
Clark, let's see. Our Fire My Ross, Don't Sleep. And let me see. I think that was pretty much it. Oh, also the Rock Under Armour shirts.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I mean, it was February, right? All the backpacks and the gym bags.
Yeah, well, the gym bags, all that stuff was earlier this month. But the shirts, though,
Sure.
those have been selling pretty good.
Really? I
Yeah.
haven't heard of that.
Yeah, kind of has like the bull logo in the front. I've also seen another one that says like iron or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I still have. I mean, I probably won't be able to see it anymore. The Rock backpacks and gym bags, because I was just like every Ross. That's the first time I would check. I just want to find one.
You also wanted to keep one, I think, the backpack for the collection.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, they're just pretty cool. Well, now that I'm looking at research and stuff like that, he has this olive duffel bag, but I guess they didn't release. I mean, they didn't reach Ross, but they're like $200 something on eBay right now.
Yeah, that one I haven't seen anything about that one. Pretty sweet though.
No, for sure.
Let me see. How helpful was going to different cities to source help you guys with inventory?
Certain cities help us in inventory. Certain cities help our weight gain. Because when it's just rough, that means we're just eating more.
I think for because also, I mean, you've been driving more than anything also lately, but has going to different cities, has it been better than your Cincinnati area or no?
A little bit better. It's just been dry here. I just try to like my strategy is like just kind of like finding those home runs because they're still there, because the regular stuff that we usually find are just not there yet. Like, so we talk about the after Q4 effect. But so that's why I've just been trying to source more hype items, try to get some catch up on those releases and stuff.
Walk and Faith Flips track and field stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're all over the place. I mean, that's one of the kind of like the shoes that got me started track and field and low end soccer cleats.
All right. Gritty Girl Boss, who we know.
Yep.
I'm parked at Ross, gonna go in. Saw a guy take a selfie with Ross sign behind him. He has to be a reseller. So I ran in and grabbed 4 pairs of shoes. That must have been a long selfie.
Yeah. Probably took some time, some editing and stuff like that.
Oh man, that's funny. How about them white untouchables?
Untouchables. Untouchables is a different story. I think it's not for the faint-hearted.
That one is a little tough right now. Reebok UFC, yeah, some of the stuff's still going. For the UFC stuff has been selling. If you see that stuff, what I like about it also, it's been pretty cheap. They've still been out there. Oreo Untouchables going for $150.
I don't know. Haven't seen those. All I know is Untouchable TDs go for more than $150.
Untouchables are hit or miss. Yep, still holding on for spring ball. The volleyball shoes, yep, we talked about that one at Burlington. Nike SB Series shoes.
Just SB in general.
Oh, in general, or like Dunk Lows or what?
Yeah, they're just whack unless you find something special.
Let me see anything else on here. Okay, anybody else? Last questions. Throw it in before we go. I also wanted to see and tell everybody also. So next week we are going to be in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in Kansas City, which it doesn't seem like a lot of people are because they haven't really been messaging, DMing, or emailing me about a meetup outside of the conference. I mean, if you're going because of the conference, obviously we're going to see you and hang out and talk or do whatever. But if you're not going to that, you just happen to be in Kansas City, then we can figure something out. But we haven't really seen that big of a response yet. So
definitely, I think we've talked about this lately that trying to get like a dinner reservation for one of the barbecue places down there, just to block off a few tables for the people from the conference and for the people surrounding area. So if we decide to go through that, I guess just keep an eye out on our Instagram because we'll definitely post it there.
Yep. So that's already coming up next week. We're going to do some sourcing. I'll be part of Out Hustled. So you guys will see that one. But Portland is the next one for Out Hustled. I got to get my edits. So after that, okay, let me go back to, let's continue with the touring part. So after Kansas City, April, Orlando, Tampa, Miami. It's guaranteed. We are going to be there. It's going to be the last week of April. The only thing is we don't know the certain like location, all that stuff yet. It's not on the website yet. It will be after this Kansas City one.
Yes.
That will be the next one. But for sure, I mean, plane tickets, all that has already been finalized. Orlando, Tampa, Miami, meetups, all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. And also, guess we'll just throw it out there. In May, where are we going in May, Glenn?
We're going to Washington, D.C.
We'll be in D.C. area in May, so hopefully be able to hit the tri-state area, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. So if you guys are there, we'll definitely see you in May. Hopefully, we're trying to get like a bigger venue and a meetup so that it's a little bit more drivable to everybody to just meet up in the middle, and it'll be an awesome time for sure.
Yeah, free giveaways and all that. So just like we normally did at some of the other meetups you guys have already seen and Out Hustled. So we got to get that organized. But as far as it looks like, yes, May, Washington, D.C. So we're gonna try to hit all of that and get something good in that area. Since I know we've shown West Coast a little bit more love. So, trying to go to a little bit more of the East. So we're going to do that. But I know San Diego will be, if and when we do go to California, San Diego will be the next one over there. And that won't be until probably later on this year. Same thing with Texas.
Because Glenn's done with going to colder cities during fall and winter time.
Yeah, I don't do well in the cold, as you guys will see more in the Portland footage.
Mhm.
How do we sign up for the DC? We'll let you guys know. I don't have the Florida meetup and DC area meetup stuff yet, but it will be on the website, and I'll let everybody know when it's available on the website. So
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably just put it up even without the venues for now. We'll just to be announced the venues.
okay.
Yeah, start
Um,
stuff like that.
yeah, and it's good to sign up as early as you can once I put that live, because we really want to get a rough head count to see who's going to be able to make it, and it gives us a better idea for the venue. We're trying to smooth things out for the venue wise. Portland was a little messy because we ended up getting still quite a bit of people, but the place that we were at was also kind of busy already. So we're just trying to smooth things out. So that helps us when we figure that out. Don't dare bring your ass here in Las Vegas in the summer. The bad thing is we will be in Las Vegas in the summer because of eBay Open. So we will be there in Las Vegas, and we'll let you guys know when that happens. Let me go back to the questions. Let me see. Where were we? Man. Have you tried to resell sheets or bedding at Ross?
No, I don't have any interest in reselling them.
Do you lean more towards men's shoes?
I guess because that's just more of the stuff. I mean, and this stores that we go to, it's more heavily, men's shoes because that's what they have more of.
True.
Like,
And I think we have a little bit more knowledge in it, but I mean, technically we can.
yeah, and we don't like TJ Maxx is, they're only starting to get men's shoes. I think it was only for Q4, so that's why we really don't go to TJ Maxx because we don't really go heavily on women's shoes.
And when you do, you're gonna see 30 pairs of Hyperdunks in green.
Yeah, and then those Go Dome. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah, I've seen those too. How do you ship the Destroyer jackets?
In a box.
Look at this guy. I think I shipped them in a medium flat rate.
In a box, yeah. I thought you were gonna say like in a padded flat rate. I was like, what? Like
They don't fit in that.
10K on the bay, fitting shoes in a flat rate envelope.
How do you get more views on your eBay? What of your ideas? I think you meant kind of like of your listings. How do you get more views?
Just lists better items, better photos. I think those are just the two things, and then more attractive pricing.
Yeah, pricing, photos, the best keywords possible. I remember I saw somebody that I was looking at their keywords, or at least their titles, and it was kind of weird because they had kind of like random like little open, I don't know, like space bar, like they just had like little openings, and they had like the size, and they kind of forgot to really like, I don't know, they focused on weird stuff like the model, but not really the brand, and then they had the size in there, but also the category was a little different. I don't know. So I would just, what I do is like looking to see what already sold, completed listings, what is out there, what keywords that these people use in their titles. You can kind of, duplicate that. Obviously it worked for these people. So now I can do the same thing and see what's working for me and use similar keywords in that. Have you done a video on how to take photos? What do you use? So I use my iPhone for all of my photos. I could probably do something maybe with like the lighting and things like that, but I just use my iPhone. I don't have a separate camera for that. And which platforms do you sell? So eBay, Merch by Amazon are like my main, really the ones that I do.
Yeah, so I sell eBay and Poshmark.
There we go. Anything else? Chat, let us know. People are slowly getting out because now we're coming to a close. Any last questions we can answer? Other than that, we will see anybody that's going to the conference, Kansas City, and we'll see you guys Florida in April, Washington, D.C. area in May, and then we're going to go from there. We don't know. eBay Open coming around too during that time, during the summer, and we'll keep everybody updated when you can sign up for any of these meetups, and they will be free. Do you do OfferUp as well? I source OfferUp to kind of see if there's any good deals out there, but I haven't really sold anything. Jeff, see you in a week. Yes, Hungry Hustler hit the tri-state area. What's eBay Open? They have a it's kind of like
conference, basically.
what?
Their own conference.
Yeah. Gonna source KC? Yes, we are. We're gonna try to do as best we can. Even though they do have like 8 Marshalls, so that's good.
Yep.
But less, they only have 1 Nike factory store. So all right, guys. Thanks for watching and coming and hanging out on the chat. And we'll see you guys at the conference next week. And Out Hustled Portland will be out next week on Tuesday. And then No Edit Thursday is actually Savers is going to be tomorrow. And then Ross Finds of the Week as normal on Friday. So see you guys. You're supposed to say go out and get it.
1, 2, 3. Go out and get it.
See you.